Welcome. We will be looking at the testing section of TestPooled. This is an introductory video to the testing section of TestPooled. Let's go there and check. That will be the place majority of people visiting TestPooled will likely want to visit. So let me log in with the default vendor account to TestPooled. This pooled account is what is assigned to you if you don't have a vendor. So you kind of limit your search to that pool, but you can now broaden it based on your granular search and some other things you might want to do. Now we are moving now to the major divisions of this is the tests page of TestPooled, the testing page of TestPooled. You see, I was redirected to the active test because when I came last, I actually had an active test that was running, so I was redirected to the active test because TestPooled keep track of what you have been doing and kind of redirect you to where you are working last for you to continue. Probably you have an issue with your device and now you want to get back, so it takes you back to where you were. Now you can go to test home. Test home is by default where you go to, you will get if you don't have an active test, or maybe you are new to TestPooled. So in such from what we can see here, we see that the vendor is providing a practice test. This practice test, anything you see here can be a retest or a practice session, but it's free. When they say it's free, means that the vendor is not charging you a subscription or charging you anything for you to use it. So anything you see is free. Now for those who are expecting a test from a company or from their school or from any activities they are doing in a group, the test will appear here. All real test appears in pending tests. Pending test is where all the real tests are listed, and you can decide not to do them. You can decide to take them, or whatever your decision is. So a pending test is where we now I have no pending test, means I have no real test. So don't let me talk too much about it. We'll come back to this later on as we go on, because it's just an introductory video. The search and use is where you search and use your test. You want to do a practice session. Now this search and use is purely a practice session area. What you see here is what your vendor is showcasing. Your default vendor is showcasing. If you don't understand what a vendor is or what your default vendor means, you need to check out the profile management video. The profile management video explains how you make someone your default vendor. We can quickly go there, but I don't want us to waste time on that because we have shown it in the profile. But let me just quickly show you. This is a company, so you might not be able to. The profile looks kind of different. Now the default, you select. How do you select? You click select, then all the vendors that are available for you to make as default will be listed here, and you can select any one of them. So it's your choice. Now if it's not listed here, I mean it's not available for vendor association. Institution set available for vendor. Institution set available for vendor administrative affiliation is here, but there's none here now because there's no vendor in this particular what they call it, in TestPooled at this time that is showing itself. For them to show themselves, they have to check this button. Make my account available for student or seeker as a test vendor or a test administrator default. So when you enable this and I save it, the next time I come, I will see that particular account will be listed as one of those that should be available for vendor association. The reason why I'm not saying it here is because I am already associated with this particular account. If it's someone else that is not associated with this account, it will see it as available for association. More will be, I think later on we might decide to do a video on vendor association to make it better for you to understand. Now let's go back to test so that we won't waste time. Now we have search and use. Search and use, the tests I tell you are going to see are the tests that are provided by your vendors. Now you can drill down into, because they are going to be in category. Now you can drill down into the category and see what subject is available for you to do. Now under the subject there will be a particular test. The test will be given a name. maybe 2014 so of this particular subject, 2014 so test of this particular subject. Now that is what you are saying now, general illustration test. It was found under something which is under something which is under something. If we go back, let's go back to the beginning, to the where we got there. Let me just refresh. Search and use. Now you will see that guy coming up. Oh, come on, don't waste my time. Now subject, multi-subject, that's the major category. It was the subject name was multi-subject. I don't know, bring out what fall into that, and it brought out the year of that particular. All these parameters are vendor specific. You as a vendor will decide how you want your structure to look like, your structure, because the structure is for you. You are the one that define the structure definition and everything. I will show you how to do it. It's very easy and very easy. Now if you want to more granular search, you can type a name of a vendor here and it will appear. You can now limit, instead of using your default vendor as a criteria of search, now you can search from other vendor by typing other vendor's name here. It's going to kind of help you search for vendor with such name. Okay, now it's not getting with the vendor, it's making a communication, but it couldn't get this vendor. So what I want you to know is that here under the granular search, you can always define the parameters in which you want to search on. Now the test we were looking for the other time, let's refresh this page. Search and use, granular search. Now the test we are looking for is under multiple subjects. If you click search and you will get the test that is under Nigeria to my default vendor that is under the subject of multiple subjects. Now if you say single subject, you will see it. Now later on we intend to provide a test box where you can just type and search based on its name, but right now we don't have that enabled. All we have is drill down, where you can drill down and look for what you are looking for, or you go to granular search and search like this. Drill down and look for what you are looking for, or go to granular search. So it depends on you. Drill down to show you all the tests that are in 2008. If there's anything in 2008, that means there's nothing in 2008. If your view is messing up, please refresh your page and it will come back to normal. Now create and manage is where you create and manage test. Let's refresh this page, please. Create and manage the test. Now this is where you create and manage any test. Create and manage, you manage the definition or manage content. You manage the definition or manage content. Manage definition is manage the property of the test, like the name and everything. You can decide to manage it and reclassify it as under one particular subject, under one category of school or whatever. You do that here. Now this is where we go. When we go to creation, I will show you how to do all these things. This is a very convenient and very easy to do. So let's move on. Don't let us wait, because it's just an introductory video. Active test is the test that is presently active, the one you are doing now, the one that you did last in your last test is your active test. Your offline test is the one that you store in your offline storage. Your offline storage, they are not working perfectly like we want now, but it's working well enough. We are trying to decide on whether to make it 100% offline, because if we do that, you will not be able to keep track of who is accessing those offline services. So one person can just buy one system and offline all these tests and be at home, invite all his friends, and they will all be taking the test. But we don't want it to work like that. So we want there to be some kind of communication between the server even while you pick it. Instead of making it offline, makes it that it's already picked for you, so you can just click it and you quickly get access to it. Now there's one thing I want you to note about this. The offline storage still needs some element of little connection for you to get your offline test loaded. That's what we are doing now. We are planning, we have not concluded on make it 100% offline or not. So let's move on. Registered test is where those people who are not registered, who are giving an email, who are sent an email, who have been sent an email with a password and username, can come, authenticate and get your test. So this is where that's what the function of the unregistered test is for. Authenticate and take your test. Maybe somebody or a company upload an Excel sheet of candidates that they were trying to recruit, then and send email to them, or to generate the email from our bulk email service, generate an email to mail something to all of them, and mail the username and password also, so that they can use it to log in, and everybody will get a unique username and unique strings to type in. Those strings will now authenticate to confirm that that person is the person in the Excel book. So each individual will still be monitored, even as an unregistered member. So at the end of the day, you can generate report about each of them and find out how they did in the test that you actually served them. That's that. So we will be going into all these tabs one after the other, and be defining and explaining to details how you can, use them and use them efficiently, and why you should go for one and not the other at a different scenario. Thank you for listening. My name is Odenka Olububi, and see you at the next lesson. This is just an introductory video. I hope you enjoy it. Bye.